A big miracle was released for you in heaven. But Archangel Michael says someone is already trying to steal it before you see it. Open now before it's gone forever. Listen now, beloved one, for the heavens have shifted and a great release has already taken place in your name. A miracle unlike any other has been loosed into the earth, and it carries the fragrance of eternity, the seal of divine power, and the handwriting of God upon it. This miracle is not generic. It is not scattered among the masses, and it is not for those who stumble carelessly in unbelief. No, this one bears your name, etched in light upon its scroll, prepared before the foundation of the world, waiting for such a time as this. But hear the warning that must shake your spirit awake. Though the miracle is released, unseen hands already stretch toward it, desperate to intercept what was meant for you. Archangel Michael himself, the warrior of heaven, has sounded the alarm that opposition is circling, that watchers in the shadows seek to rob you before your eyes behold what has already been marked as yours. They cannot create, they cannot command, they cannot decree, so they attempt to steal. They attempt to twist, to delay, to distract, hoping you will let slip from your grasp what heaven has placed within reach. This message is not for everyone. Many will pass by without stirring. Many will hear, but not understand. Yet you, the one whose spirit is quickening even now, know this word is alive and piercing, meant for your ears alone. You are the one called to step into alignment, to guard with silence, to watch with vigilance, and to obey without hesitation. The miracle hovers near, but it requires your discernment to secure it. Heaven has already moved, but now the test is whether you will be still enough, obedient enough, and courageous enough to protect what has been appointed to you. The gates are open, but so are the snares. What you do in this hour determines whether the miracle is embraced or lost to the hands that clawed it unseen. Type "I am chosen" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 1122 is now activated. Hear me now, for the Spirit has not brought you here by chance. This very moment is a divine interruption in your day, a holy summons that could alter the course of your life. Archangel Michael, captain of the Lord's armies, steps forth as the shield and sword of your destiny, and his voice thunders with warning and promise alike. You did not stumble here by accident. Heaven has reached into your timeline, pulled you from distraction, and placed this message before you as a lamp in the night. Stop scrolling. Stop wondering. Stop doubting, for this is no coincidence. This is a summons. Within the next 48 hours, all of heaven will be watching your choice. This is not an open-ended season where delay carries no consequence. No, the heavens have marked a window, a brief span of time in which your obedience will determine the safety of your miracle. The clock is ticking. The sound of unseen footsteps is moving nearer. You cannot delay, for delay will cost you. You cannot slumber, for slumber is surrender. The next 48 hours will testify whether you rise to secure what is yours or let it be stolen before your eyes ever see its form. Why would the enemy rush so fiercely to steal this from you if it was ordinary? Why would hidden forces claw at your portion if it carried no power, no inheritance, no breakthrough? Hear the mystery revealed. The intensity of the opposition reveals the weight of the miracle. They fight to steal because they cannot create. They fight to take because they cannot birth. What is flowing toward you is too mighty for their hands, and yet they scheme to intercept it, to disguise it, to make you blind to it. The greater the resistance, the greater the release. Do not despise the shaking, for it reveals how massive your portion truly is. Child of God, not everyone can hear this word. Not everyone is entrusted with such revelation. Many are too faint in faith, too clouded in distraction, too tangled in compromise to receive it. But you, yes, you, have been chosen for this unveiling. Heaven marks you as the one who can endure the weight of such truth. The very fact that your spirit is stirred right now proves that this message belongs to you, and you alone. Others may listen, but only you will carry it. Others may wonder, but only you will walk it out. And so, Archangel Michael lifts his voice to say, prepare yourself. Put on the armor of silence. Guard your spirit with watchfulness. Keep your heart steady in obedience. For the thief will come dressed in distraction, disguised as opportunity, cloaked in deception. But the warrior of heaven stands ready at your side, his sword drawn, his shield lifted, his fire surrounding you like a wall that cannot be breached. Yet heaven still asks, will you obey? Will you guard what is yours? Will you move with urgency before the window closes? This is the holy interruption. This is the divine alarm. This is the moment where eternity collides with your choice. Hear it. Receive it. Guard it. Act upon it. For your miracle has already been written in heaven, and what you do in these next hours will decide whether you hold it in your hand or watch it slip away unseen. Type I am protected in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 1414 is now surrounding you. You have noticed it, haven't you? The whispers, the sudden shifts, the strange restlessness that has begun to surround you. Some smile when you enter, yet their eyes betray a quiet unease. Others, who once walked comfortably beside you, now shuffle in nervousness when you speak. Do not be deceived into thinking these changes are random. No, beloved, they are signals, proof that something in the unseen realm has shifted in your favor, and though they cannot name it, they sense it. They feel the glow upon you. They cannot discern the crown that has already been lowered from heaven toward your head. Yes, they saw the light flicker upon you, but they did not see the scrolls written in your name. They caught a glimpse of the oil upon your steps, but they did not know it was consecrated for your miracle. And now, in their blindness, envy has begun to stir. Those who cannot explain the stirring in their own souls are left restless in your presence. They cannot put their finger on it, but deep within they know. You are carrying something they are not. Why do certain people suddenly avoid you? Why do some, who once supported you, seem quick to criticize or question? Why have conversations shifted in tone, and why does it feel as though invisible eyes are watching, waiting, whispering? This is not paranoia, child of light. It is discernment. For the closer your miracle draws to manifestation, the more the unseen opposition stirs those around you. Spirits that were once dormant awaken when heaven moves in your favor. This is why you feel disruption even among familiar faces. This is why your spirit has grown unsettled in rooms you once felt safe. The enemy cannot touch what heaven has sealed, but he will stir voices to confuse you. He will move whispers to unsettle you. He will cause restless glances and subtle envy to make you second guess what is already yours. But hear me clearly. Do not let their unease shake your stance. Their discomfort is confirmation. Their restlessness is revelation. They sense what they cannot steal. They feel what they cannot stop. This is the hour to sharpen your awareness. Do not ignore the questions rising in your spirit. Pay attention to the sudden distance of those who once drew near. Discern the shifts without fear, for fear is not your portion. Instead, Let these signs remind you. The miracle is closer than you think. Heaven would not allow such disruption to circle you unless something monumental had already been released. The glow upon you is evidence. The whispers around you are proof, and the stirring in your own soul is heaven's alarm that your portion is in motion. Yes, some may grow restless around you now. Yes, certain eyes may linger longer than before. Yes, subtle envy may leak through disguised words. But instead of being shaken, let your heart be steadied. For what they sense but cannot touch is the very thing you have been waiting for. This disruption is not meant to confuse you. It is meant to confirm you. It is heaven's way of saying, the miracle has already been released, and the enemy has already caught the scent. Type "I am guarded" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 777 is now active around you. Beloved, as you hear this word and feel the weight of it in your spirit, know this. Every time we release these prophetic messages, souls are being stirred, destinies are being awakened, and heaven's miracles are being confirmed on earth. I invite you to stand with us in this mission, not just as a listener, but as a sower into the harvest of souls. Just as rivers flow from the throne of God, your giving becomes the stream that carries light into dark places. The word says, "Give, and it shall be given unto you, pressed down, shaken together, and running over." This is not a suggestion, but a living decree for those who partner with heaven. If your spirit is burning right now, that is your moment of obedience. Support this mission through super thanks, through membership, or by sowing directly via PayPal. The link is in the description. As you give, I declare that fresh oil will pour over your household, and the windows of heaven will release what was held back. Do not delay. Move with heaven. Sow with faith. And watch the Lord multiply it back into your hands. Beloved one, do not be deceived by what your eyes see in the natural. The turbulence, the sudden arguments, the confusion, the strange interruptions that have surrounded you, these are not random storms. They are not accidents, nor are they coincidences. What you face is not flesh and blood, but principalities and powers moving in the unseen. This is not chaos without cause. This is not resistance without reason. You are not under attack because you are weak. You are under attack because of what you carry. The miracle released from heaven has set off an alarm in the spirit realm. The adversary, the ancient thief, has marked you as a target because he sees what you cannot yet see in fullness. He recognizes the fragrance of breakthrough. He recognizes the glow of favor. He recognizes the sound of generational deliverance hidden within your miracle. You are attacked because heaven has already declared your elevation. You are opposed because the enemy fears your advancement. Hear me clearly. The very intensity of your conflict is the evidence of your promotion. The very weight of the battle is proof of the treasure in your hands. If there was nothing of value being released to you, the enemy would not waste his resources against you. He fights you because he knows he cannot fight heaven. He presses against you because he cannot press against the throne. The only way he can attempt to interfere is by pressuring you into surrender, distraction, or despair. But lift up your head, child of light, for you are not abandoned in this battle. Archangel Michael himself, the Prince of Warriors, is assigned to guard what heaven has entrusted to you. His sword is unsheathed, his armies are aligned, and his fire is encamped around you. You may feel the shaking in the natural, but in the unseen, heaven's armies have already taken their positions. The conflict is fierce not because you are failing, but because you are prevailing. Do not misinterpret the warfare as punishment. It is not heaven's anger that surrounds you. It is heaven's preparation. The Father allows testing not to break you, but to prove you. The storm is not meant to drown you, but to reveal that you can walk upon waves others sink into. This is the hour when your faith must stand firm, when your silence becomes your shield, and when your obedience becomes your strategy. You cannot afford to be distracted by petty words or sudden storms. These are diversions, meant to pull your eyes from the crown descending toward you. Take courage in this truth. Heaven has already marked you. The scroll bearing your name has already been sealed. The miracle is not in question. What is in question is your response. Will you see beyond the noise and recognize the strategy of the adversary? Will you stand in stillness while others shake in fear? Will you believe the report of heaven over the illusions of earth? The conflict is real, but it is not final. The battle is fierce, but it is not victorious against you. The enemy is loud, but his voice is powerless against the decree written in heaven. Remember this always. The battle you are facing is not evidence of your weakness. It is evidence of your worth. You carry what others cannot, and that is why the opposition rises against you. So stand, beloved. Do not yield. Do not waver. Do not surrender. For what heaven has sealed cannot be stolen. The storm is but a sign that your miracle is closer than it has ever been. Type "I am unstoppable" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 888 is now surrounding your life. Hear the word of warning that the Spirit speaks. The thief is preparing to move. Even now, unseen strategies are being formed, distractions are being positioned, and snares are being laid before your path. The enemy cannot touch what heaven has sealed, but he can attempt to make you blind to it, careless with it, or too weary to guard it. Within the next 72 hours, you will feel an unusual pressure. You will notice sudden disruptions in conversations, unexpected delays, or offers that glitter but carry hidden hooks. These are not random. They are the hands of the adversary, reaching to snatch what was never his to hold. Pay close attention, beloved. A phone call that shifts your peace. A word spoken in haste meant to provoke you. A sudden opportunity that looks convenient, but feels unsettled in your spirit. These are not small matters. They are attempts to turn your gaze away from the miracle already descending toward your life. Heaven warns you in advance so that when these pressures rise, you will not be shaken into panic, but anchored in discernment. The thief works through confusion. He works through deception. He works through the subtle stirring of emotions that cloud your clarity. But when you stand firm in stillness, his schemes are exposed and dismantled. The Spirit says, do not ignore the heaviness you may feel in these next 3 days. Do not dismiss the sudden weight pressing on your emotions, the sudden irritation rising without cause, the sudden waves of doubt or distraction that appear out of nowhere. These are not merely moods, they are strategic strikes. The enemy desires to wear you down so that you will let go of what is yours. He wants you to be so busy fighting shadows that you neglect the crown descending toward your head. Even betrayal may attempt to rise in this window. A friend shifting in tone, a confidant suddenly revealing their envy, or a door closing in a place you once felt secure. Do not be alarmed. Do not fall into despair. For these revelations are not meant to destroy you. They are meant to uncover what was hidden, so you may walk with eyes open. When masks fall, it is heaven's mercy at work. When false voices reveal themselves, it is heaven protecting you from future traps. Do not cling to what is being removed. Let it go and guard what is being released. Hear this clearly. The thief is near, but so is the warrior. Archangel Michael has already drawn his sword, and heaven's armies are already stationed around you. Yet the test remains. Will you stay focused, silent, and obedient? For the enemy's goal is not to overpower heaven. He cannot. His only aim is to make you forfeit what is yours. But if you remain steady, if you choose discernment over distraction, his schemes will fail, and your miracle will land in your hands untouched. This is the hour to be vigilant. This is the moment to be watchful. Do not take the coming hours lightly. Heaven has released, but the earth is now testing. Guard your spirit. Protect your peace. Anchor your faith. For what is yours is too precious to be lost to deception. Type "I am victorious" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 999 is now activated over you. Beloved, listen closely, for heaven does not only warn you of danger, it also equips you with strategy. The Spirit says this is the hour not to fight with your own strength, but to anchor yourself in stillness. Be still, for heaven fights for you when you rest in obedience. Be still, for silence is not weakness. It is a shield. Be still, for when your tongue refuses to engage in provocation, the enemy loses his grip on your atmosphere. The adversary thrives on noise, on argument, on chaos. He waits for you to open the door with words spoken in anger, with emotions unleashed in haste, with decisions made without prayer. But when you choose silence, when you choose watchfulness, when you choose to retreat into the secret place of prayer, his weapons strike the air without landing. Do not take the bait in this season. Do not answer every provocation. Do not feel the need to defend yourself against every whisper or justify yourself before every gaze. Heaven has already justified you. Heaven has already sealed your portion. Heaven has already written your vindication. Your silence will speak louder than your defense. Withdraw into the presence of God. Let your tears be your intercession. Let your worship be your warfare. Let your stillness be your strategy. The miracle released for you is guarded by your obedience in this moment. If you lash out, you open doors. If you doubt, you weaken your grip. But if you hold your peace, if you rest in the shadow of the Almighty, the armies of heaven move unhindered on your behalf. Say this within your spirit, and let it root deep. What is mine cannot be stolen. What is sealed in heaven cannot be undone. What is written in fire cannot be erased. What God has decreed cannot be revoked. Let these declarations wrap around you like armor. Repeat them when fear whispers. Speak them when doubt tries to creep in. Stand upon them when pressure rises. For heaven responds to faith, not fear. Heaven moves when you believe the decree more than the distraction. Archangel Michael himself surrounds you even now. He does not need your frantic movements. He needs your trust. He does not require your shouting at shadows. He requires your surrender to the one who already won. The war is not yours. It is the Lord's. The thief comes to steal, but he cannot trespass into what you hide under the blood. He cannot undo what you protect with prayer. He cannot touch what you guard with stillness. So take this guidance as sacred. Retreat, pray, remain silent against provocations. Choose the high place of trust rather than the low ground of reaction. Stand still, and you will see the salvation of the Lord. The waves may rise, the voices may grow louder, but the miracle is already sealed in the heavens. Do not let your own hand open the gate the enemy cannot breach. Your obedience in this moment is your greatest weapon. Heaven's voice says to you now, be still and know that I am God. Be still and watch as the miracle descends untouched. Be still and see the thief flee empty-handed. Type I am covered in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 444 is now surrounding you with protection. Hear this now, beloved one, you are no longer who they thought you were. The one they whispered about, the one they underestimated, the one they believed could be swayed by pressure. That version of you no longer exists. Heaven has shifted your identity. Heaven has rewritten your strength. Heaven has poured new oil upon your head, and with it comes a new authority. You are not a victim wandering in shadows. You are a warrior forged in fire. You are not fragile clay waiting to be broken. You are purified gold that has passed through the furnace and come forth shining brighter than before. The shaking you endured was not meant to destroy you. It was meant to reveal you. Every tear you cried was water that softened the soil for your miracle to take root. Every betrayal that cut you was a chisel shaping the crown that now descends upon your head. Every night you lay awake, wondering if you could endure, was the very night heaven was stretching your wings for flight. Do you not see? The opposition was training. The delay was strengthening. The storm was preparation. Now, you rise not as one trembling in fear, but as one clothed in fire. Hear me declare this. Your hidden strength is rising. The power that was buried beneath seasons of pain is breaking through the surface. The authority you did not know you carried is now being revealed. You are no longer the person others assumed you to be. You are no longer bound by the labels they placed on you. You are no longer shackled by the fears that once defined you. A shift has taken place. A transformation has occurred. What once intimidated you will now bow before you, for heaven has lifted you into a higher realm of authority. Archangel Michael stands with you not just as protector, but as a mirror of who you are becoming. Just as he wields the sword of the Lord with precision, you too will speak words that pierce darkness. Just as he stands unmoved by the roaring of the adversary, you too will stand unshaken by storms that once made you tremble. You are rising. You are awakening. You are discovering that you are not merely surviving a battle, you are commanding victory within it. The enemy hoped you would remain small. He hoped the pressure would keep you bowed low. But the fire that was meant to consume you has only revealed your resilience. The cage that tried to contain you has only revealed your wings. The task that threatened to undo you has only revealed your unshakable foundation. Now, heaven declares, you are stepping into the fullness of who you were always meant to be. No longer timid. No longer silent out of fear. No longer bound by the shadows of the past. You walk forward as one who knows their authority, one who knows their crown, one who knows their miracle is too mighty to be stolen. Beloved, lift your head high. Straighten your shoulders. Fix your gaze. For you are no longer hiding in the background. You are no longer the one overlooked. The miracle has elevated you, and the fire has prepared you. From this day forward, walk as the warrior you are, not the wounded one you were. Type I am a warrior in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 555 is now igniting your spirit with strength. Now the veil is lifted and the mystery is revealed. The miracle set in motion over your life is no ordinary blessing. This is not a small token of favor, not a fleeting answer to a temporary prayer. What heaven has released carries generational weight. It is destined to ripple beyond your lifetime. It is the kind of miracle that alters bloodlines, rewrites stories, and breaks ancient patterns. This is why the opposition has been fierce. This is why the enemy has sought to intercept what belongs to you. It is not because you asked for something too great. It is because what God decreed for you carries impact too vast for the enemy to allow without resistance. Beloved, you must understand, you are not being punished. The turbulence, the delay, the battle, the strange resistance, none of it is heaven's judgment against you. Instead, it is heaven's unlocking. The shaking came not to destroy, but to unseal. The storm came not to bury, but to reveal. Your miracle required testing, not because heaven doubted you, but because heaven sought to prepare you for what was already on its way. What is being released is not fragile. It is mighty. It cannot be placed into unprepared hands. That is why the battle raged so fiercely, because the treasure you carry required refining before it could be delivered. Heaven is now lifting your name into spiritual registers. Your name is being announced in realms unseen. Your destiny is being confirmed before thrones and dominions. Do not think lightly of this hour. You are being written into divine records as one chosen to carry weight, influence, and inheritance. This is why you have been called into silence, into stillness, into obedience, for the miracle is no longer just about you. It will impact those connected to you, those who watch you, those who follow the trail of light you leave behind. Do not miss this truth. The miracle is already secured in heaven. It is sealed with light, guarded by fire, and carried by angels into your appointed moment. Though the enemy tried to reach for it, he cannot touch what has been written in the Lamb's book. The watchers whispered, though envy stirred, though betrayal lurked, the miracle has not been delayed one day longer than heaven allowed. It is not lost. It is not stolen. It is preserved, and it is approaching. Lift your spirit and hear this declaration. Heaven knows your name. Heaven has not forgotten you. Heaven has seen every tear, counted every sigh, and recorded every battle endured. And now, heaven has announced your season of unveiling. What was hidden is being revealed. What was sealed is being opened. What was promised is being delivered. Your miracle carries the weight of generations, and it will not pass you by. Type "I am ready" in the comments if you receive this message. Lesson code 1010 is now opening heaven's register in your favor. Beloved, as heaven reveals the depth of your miracle, understand this. Every word spoken here is more than sound. It is seed. And every time you support this mission, you water the ground where these seeds are planted in lives across the nations. Just as oil flowed over Aaron's head and down his garments, so too does your giving flow into the body, spreading light and breaking chains. The Lord declares in His word, "He who sows generously will also reap generously." This is your chance to sow into eternal impact. I feel led to tell you, this is not a donation. It is a prophetic act, a response to heaven's invitation. If you have been stirred, if your spirit is burning right now, step into this moment. Partner with this work through Super Thanks, through membership, or by sowing directly via PayPal. The link is waiting in the description. As you give, I release this decree: open heavens, multiplied favor, and a harvest of miracles will overflow in your life. Step now. Sow now. Seal it now. Beloved, the moment has come where heaven waits for your response. The scroll with your name has already been sealed. The miracle has already been released. but the key that opens it in the natural is in your mouth, in your spirit, in your agreement. Heaven has already said yes. Now earth waits for you to rise and declare your yes. This is the hour where destiny is not just promised, it is activated. The Father is not calling you to merely hope for what is yours. He is calling you to stand boldly, to claim it, to walk in it, and to speak it into manifestation. Do not shrink back now. Do not let hesitation cause you to forfeit the release that hovers near. Your miracle is closer than breath, but it requires alignment. Heaven does not release casually. It releases strategically. And the strategy now is this: agreement. Heaven moves where faith speaks. Heaven manifests where obedience acts. Heaven seals where boldness declares. If you stay silent in fear, the enemy will attempt to cloud your atmosphere with doubt. But if you open your mouth in declaration, you become a trumpet through which heaven announces its victory. Say it aloud: I rise now into my miracle. I say yes to heaven's decree. I activate what is mine. I claim what has been sealed. I align my spirit with what has been written. Speak it again until your voice shakes the walls of hesitation. For this is not a passive season. This is a season of war cries, a season of bold affirmations, a season where your words are weapons and your faith is fire. Beloved, you must understand that destiny does not activate by chance. It activates by choice. The Father will not force what He has freely given. He calls you to rise, to stand in agreement, to walk into the inheritance that was already secured by blood. This is why you feel the urgency in your spirit. This is why you feel the stirring even now. Because heaven is saying, the window is open, but you must walk through it. Do not wait for another confirmation. Do not delay for another sign. You are the sign. You are the one chosen. You are the one appointed. And your yes is the ignition that lights the fire beneath your feet. Stand boldly and declare, I am walking in my miracle. I am stepping into my inheritance. I am not waiting, I am activating. Heaven has already decreed, and I stand in alignment with that decree. You are not begging for what is yours. You are activating what has already been written. You are not pleading for what is uncertain. You are claiming what has been secure. The crown is descending, the miracle is opening, the path is clearing, but your declaration is the command that brings it into your reality. This is not a time for silence. This is not a time for retreat. This is a time for boldness. Rise, speak, and claim, for heaven already said yes. Type ISAYYS in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 2020 is now unlocking your destiny. Beloved one, hear this mystery. While you sleep, heaven does not slumber. While you rest, angelic movements are at work. While your eyes cannot see, the spirit realm is alive with transactions on your behalf. What was attempted to be stolen is being recovered. What was intercepted in shadows is being negotiated by light. What slipped from your grasp is being returned into your hands in a form even greater than before. There is a silent exchange taking place. Angels are carrying scrolls with your name, ensuring they are not lost in enemy territory but redirected back into your possession. There are treasures that were whispered away from you, opportunities that were snatched, blessings that were delayed, and even now, heaven is orchestrating their restoration. Archangel Michael himself, the guardian of divine inheritance, stands in the courts of heaven to say, what was theirs cannot be taken, only reassigned in greater glory. You have felt the restlessness, haven't you? That sudden stirring in your spirit, the sensation that something is shifting even though your eyes cannot explain it. That is because your spirit already knows. The transfer has begun. The crown that was slipping from view has been caught by angelic hands. The oil that was tipping in another direction has been redirected to flow over your life. The miracle that seemed delayed has been repositioned, not denied. The restlessness you felt was not loss. It was heaven's movement, heaven's rearranging, heaven's silent exchange. Do not think for one moment that your obedience went unnoticed. Every tear you sowed became a petition. Every act of restraint became a testimony. Every silent prayer became a currency in the heavenly courts. And now those seeds are being gathered, weighed, and exchanged for blessings beyond measure. The miracle is not only preserved, it is being multiplied in value. What the thief attempted to carry away will return sevenfold. What envy tried to block will now arrive pressed down, shaken together, and running over. Beloved, the unseen realm is more alive than the air you breathe. While you stand still in obedience, angels move in swiftness. While you keep silent before provocation, heaven speaks loudly in your defense. While you guard your heart and faith, the Lord Himself secures your inheritance with fire. This is not imagination. This is not wishful thinking. This is reality in the spirit realm, and soon it will manifest in your natural life. Know this, nothing was lost. Nothing was wasted. Nothing was destroyed. Everything the adversary attempted to withhold is being repositioned for your greater elevation. The silent exchange ensures that what left your sight did not leave your destiny. What slipped through your fingers never slipped from God's hand. You are about to see restoration with your own eyes, but in this very moment, heaven is already handling the handoff. Rest, beloved, in this truth. Your miracle has not been stolen. It has been secured. The silent exchange is happening now, and when it manifests, you will understand why the warfare was so fierce. It was never about loss. It was about multiplication. Type "I am restored" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 3030 is now sealing the exchange in your favor. Beloved one, hear the decree of heaven. Justice has already begun to move in your favor. The scales that once seemed unbalanced are being weighed by the hand of the Lord, and what was tilted against you is now tipping toward your victory. Do not be deceived by appearances. Though the thief thought he escaped unseen, though the envious believed their schemes would prosper, heaven has already issued its verdict. What was meant for you cannot prosper in their hands. The Father is a God of justice, and He does not allow His children to be mocked without consequence. Those who dug pits for your downfall will fall into them themselves. Those who stretched hands to snatch what was yours will find their hands empty, their efforts scattered like dust in the wind. The miracle cannot prosper outside of your name, for it was sealed for you and you alone. They may try to hold it, but it will wither in their grasp. They may try to twist it, but it will unravel in their plans. What belongs to you has a divine imprint, and without your spirit it cannot live. The Spirit declares, this is the season of reversal. The enemy's laughter will turn to silence. The voices that whispered against you will be silenced by the evidence of your elevation. The very ones who said you would not rise will watch you ascend higher than they imagine. This is not vengeance by your hand, but vindication by the Lord's hand. For the word says, vengeance is mine, I will repay, and heaven is faithful to fulfill that promise. Child of God, take courage, for justice is not coming slowly, it is already unfolding. The betrayals you endured, the delays you faced, the schemes you fought, None of them escaped the eye of the Almighty. Every plot was recorded, every deception was noted, every attempt to steal was seen. And now, divine reversal is being executed. The thief will not only be caught, but required to return sevenfold. The loss you thought was permanent will become restoration beyond measure. The delay you thought was wasted time will transform into acceleration you could not create. Do not let bitterness poison your heart in this moment. Justice is not about you carrying anger. It is about God displaying His glory through your vindication. He is balancing the scales in a way no human could orchestrate. He is reversing situations so drastically that those who doubted you will not even recognize your new season. They will see the crown and wonder how it fits so perfectly, never realizing it was crafted for you all along. The divine reversal is also your testimony. It is not only about your restoration, but about showing the world that heaven rules in the affairs of men. When your miracle manifests, it will silence lies, disarm envy, and dismantle the plans of darkness. Your rise will preach louder than your defense ever could. Your blessing will become the courtroom where justice is displayed, not in words, but in undeniable evidence. Beloved, rejoice not in their downfall, but in God's faithfulness. For what the enemy meant for evil, God has turned for good. What was meant to strip you will instead clothe you in double portion. What was meant to silence you will cause your voice to be amplifying. What was meant to block you will become the very stepping stone into your elevation. This is justice. This is reversal. This is the hour where heaven shows you that the battle was never in vain. Type "Justice is mine" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 4040 is now restoring balance and reversing what was meant against you. Beloved, hear this as the closing decree from heaven. The miracle is yours. It has been sealed in light, guarded by fire, and surrounded by the armies of heaven. No thief can prevail against what has been released. No distraction can unravel what God Himself has written. No envy, no whisper, no betrayal can snatch away what carries your name in heaven's register. The battle was fierce, but the outcome was always certain. You are victorious, and your inheritance is secured. The Father has covered you in clarity. The Son has wrapped you in strength. The Spirit has shielded you in protection. You are not uncovered. You are not forgotten. You are not left behind. You are chosen, you are anointed, and you are unstoppable. The miracle is not slipping away. It is arriving with purpose. This is your season to walk in what has been promised, to carry what has been entrusted, to rise in what has been released. Lift your head and let these words settle deep within you. I am covered. I am chosen. I'm unstoppable. Say it again until your spirit catches fire. I'm covered. I am chosen. I am unstoppable. This is your final affirmation, the seal upon your heart, the echo that will follow you as you step into the days ahead. The miracle is not ahead of you somewhere distant. It is here. It is now. It is yours. Rise and walk in it. So I declare, the heavens are open, the way is clear, the path is straight, and the miracle is in your possession. Walk boldly. Live faithfully. Rest securely. For no thief can prevail, and no power can undo what the Almighty has decreed. Type "The miracle is mine" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 5050 is now sealing this word in your spirit. Beloved, as we close this prophetic word, I feel led to remind you that every message released here is more than sound. It is a divine assignment, carrying the light of God into lives around the world. You can become a vessel in that mission. Just as the miracle cannot be stolen from you, the Word of God cannot be silenced when faithful ones rise to carry it further. When you give, you are not funding a platform. You are sowing into eternity. You are fueling the fire of deliverance, and you are multiplying the reach of heaven's voice. The Lord says He gives seed to the sower and bread to the eater. As you sow today, expect a harvest beyond what you release. Do it boldly through super thanks, through membership, or through the PayPal link in the description. Every seed carries oil. Every act of obedience carries reward. Heaven watches, heaven records, and heaven multiplies. Step now, sow now, and watch God return it pressed down, shaken together, and running over.